heard of Nike, you've heard of Skechers, you've heard of Fubu, you've heard of Chanel. Now get ready for the order line. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bucket Think Tank for Justice League Dark Issue 9. So, our story continues where we left off, with Khalid explaining us to us that, oh no, Dr. Fate's kind of lost his mind. And what we get is a rundown of exactly what happened. So this all started during the Dark Knights event, where, the Dark Multiverse attacked, and Dr. Fate was actually right there, ready to join the heroes, like, okay guys, we're ready to make a difference, ready to go in, let's huddle up, let's go. And then he fell. Like, he was defeated, he had to retreat into the Helmet of Fate, and he was unable to stop the Source Wall from breaking, and things just got worse and worse, and that whole time, there was an idea forming. And even when the whole issue was resolved, when, it was just Kent Nelson, Khalid's great uncle, Khalid, and the Helmet just in Fate's Tower, as the Tree of Wonder grew, the idea also grew, and something was wrong. Something became more and more wrong, as Kent Nelson and the Helmet were no longer on the same side anymore. They were having discussions, arguments, for a while just in meditation, but at one point they had a full-on just like vocal argument where Kent Nelson says that's too far, the cost is too great, and the Helmet goes, it's can't not to be too great, the consequences are too dire, we have to do it. And Khalid notices that it's a very tense argument, to which he overhears Nabu saying, the boy hears us. And they decide to call it a night. Everything's presumably gone good, but then Khalid sees Kent Nelson walking as if he's been possessed, like he's being controlled to go over to the Helmet. He puts it on. He opens up a portal. Khalid goes through, and he sees exactly what's going to happen. So that's how he ended up as a vase. And now he's like, okay, so do you have any more threatening potions or serums we can use? You do? Okay, we're gonna need them, and if we're lucky, we can get out of this just fine. Everyone's gonna be safe, but it's gonna be risky. Meanwhile, on Mira, Etrigan gives us a rundown as to exactly what's going on with these Lords of Order and why they all look so strange. Not just their appearance, but what they're wearing. These are the Lords of Order, and you'll recognize the Helm of Nabu, but that's merely just the beginning of this order line. It's a simple tool allowing the original consciousness to bind to a human and wield power after their original bodies decay to nothing. The gauntlets of Marath, the cloak of Sira, the breastplate of Hoku, the boots of Dalfi. It reminds me of, I don't know if you guys ever played Versus System, which you should. It was a really great superhero card game, DC and Marvel. It's actually defunct now and came back in a way that I don't recognize, so I don't play it. But the Fate artifacts were attachments that you could put onto characters to give them the ability to Dr. Fate, and they all got pluses for them. Bobo's like, so that's bad, right? It's like, yes, Bobo, that is very bad. All right, so anyway, Bobo decides, assert his authority. He takes up Nightmaster's sword, the Sword of Night, says, hey, you're in Mira now. This is my dimension. This is my realm, and I'm saying you're not welcome here. Get the hell off my lawn. They're like, is the monkey back talking me? Can the monkey talk? Is another question. Well, look, he's just some stupid chimp who's been granted immortality and intelligence. Well, he's not that smart, is he? So they engage. Etrigan tries to throw down. Etrigan's like, don't you know who I am? I've walked this earth for nearly 1,000 years. I've read the scrolls of Merlin and the books of magic. I can take you all down. I got this. So we transform Etrigan, and they're like, hold on, dude. We taught Merlin. All right? We wrote the books of magic. Who do you think you are? Then we get a rundown as to exactly who these new Lords of Order are and what happened to them. Madame Xanadu. Ibis the Invincible, Gregorio de la Vega, once known as Extrano, Mark Merlin, the Prince Raman. They all fell to the great cause of the Lords of Order. Etrigan will be no different, as they legitimately separate Etrigan from Jason Blood. And Etrigan has to go back now. And Jason Blood is aging super fast, and that's when Blue Devil shows up and is like, look, Bobo, what have you done? You're always causing trouble. Thank heavens Dr. Fate is here. He looks down like, wait. Why is Jason Blood aging super fast? And where's Etrigan? He's like, oh, crap. I've walked in on this too late, haven't I? Dr. Fate's the bad guy? Yep. Great. So, Bobo, you have to teleport us out of here with that sword. I can do that. Look, just focus your will on teleporting us, and you'll be fine. So he does it, and they disappear on a flash line and end up back at the castle. Meanwhile, Diana and Zatanna have gone to find Cersei. So they find Cersei. This is pretty short. And Cersei says, oh, you guys are here. Good. You don't know what I did in the witching hour, do you? Nope. Okay, good. Come on. So Cersei realized, okay, you need me to help you find Mordu, the Lord of Chaos. Okay. And that's when Zatanna gives us a rundown that Papa Midnight redirected them to the Cult of the Cold Flame, but the other kind got there first. But they were able to find a journal which told that at one point Cersei, Mordu, and Zatanna's father met up, and Cersei and Mordu informed Zatanna's father about the true nature of the other kind. And Cersei's like, is that all it told you? Because, again, this is Cersei being Cersei. Like every magical person, always got the ulterior motives, always got secrets within secrets. Is Zatanna's had enough? Like, look, I'm tired of being led around by the nose with all these little bits and pieces of a story here. I want to know the whole story. When they're interrupted by a rumble, and they go like, well, what is that? Cersei's like, you don't know? Then we come back to Mira, where everyone's trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do. And then they're met by Khalid and Manbat. And they're like, okay, so Blue Devil is focused. Okay, so this castle is pretty sturdy, pretty strong. This realm is pretty good. And once we figure out who our heavy hitters are, we can build our defense around that, and we should be fine. Khalid's like, no. Look, if we do everything right, we may all get out of here alive. We may be able to protect the sphere of the gods. But this realm, Mira, is dead already. And that's how the comic ends, with a huge explosion wiping out most of the inhabitants of Mira. So, Justice League Dark proves to be one of the best books DC has right now. And what's really great is that it transcends, I think, the primary characters that's supposed to have made it up. This was ultimately supposed to be, I think, for most people, Diana's second book. And I've sort of had issue with the fact that she doesn't have, that this is her only second book. Which is the fact of the book where she is just sort of playing the background, so the story in the background is not as interesting as what everyone else here is doing. The fact that Khalid is back, and Manbat is still the good guy, and Etrigan just got split in half, separated from Jason Blood. The Lords of Order are here. This is such an interesting, fun story, and I'm hoping Khalid becomes the next Dr. Fate. Hashtag retire Kent Nelson, hashtag don't make more do Dr. Fate, or just destroy, the helmet. Finally, it'll show up again later in another continuity. You'll be fine. Actually, this will be the second time that the helmet gets destroyed, because it was super destroyed in the Earth 2 comic. But anyway, with that in mind, let's bring this video to a close here. If you're new to the Bucket Think Tank, free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out some other videos on this channel, and I will catch you all later. This is the Bucket Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching, and may your fandom serve you well.